Hey y'all, and welcome to Politibrawl. My name is Brian, and Sean Hannity just lets Mark Cuban have it because Mark Cuban has no idea what he's talking about, and he gets a major reality check here. But before we dive in, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors over at NativePath, whose collagen peptide products, amongst other things, can help you live a more healthy lifestyle. But more on that later. Now, let's get back into the video.
I really want an answer. So in 8 years, the Obama-Biden record is 13 million more Americans on food stamps, 8 million more in poverty, the lowest labor participation rate since the 70s, and Donald Trump's record pre-corona, record low unemployment, African Americans, fact, Hispanic Americans, fact, Asian Americans, youth unemployment, women in the workplace. He's only been in office less than 4 years.
That's like saying, okay, Obama and Biden, they took over after the last really bad recession and grew the economy continuously. But when they had a problem to solve, which was the Great Recession 12 years ago, they solved it. Now, where are we now? We are not solving it. We've had bumps, and that's a beautiful thing. We're going in the right direction.
Mark, we just had 2.5 million new jobs and a record retail sales in the history of the country. Yes, Donald Trump did that, not Biden, in the basement.
You know what? I explained it to my kids, Sean. It's like I explained it to my kids. When your bank account goes from $10 to $1, and then all of a sudden it goes to $2, you can say you doubled your bank account, but you're still down 80%.
Okay, but they predicted 9.5 million jobs lost. We gained 2.5 million. Now, I didn't think that would happen till August. I never saw 18% increase in retail sales. Did you?
No, and that goes back to what you said about entrepreneurs. They are the backbone of this country. And
Big
you know
time.
what else I know?
The American people are.
I know Joe Biden believes in entrepreneurship because I went to a White House event that he spoke about entrepreneurship.
Okay, spoke about it. Talk. Come on. What did he do in 8 years as vice president? Tell me the biggest accomplishment in 8 years. Tell me. The biggest accomplishment. What is
I think the ACA is easily their biggest accomplishment, and it's unfortunate that they're trying to dismantle it. And I'll also say number two, and this is how I know, Joe, I'll go back to what I just said. The one event I went for entrepreneurs in the White House that Joe Biden put on and spoke about his support for entrepreneurship is one more event than Donald Trump has ever thrown for entrepreneurs on the White House or anywhere else.
All right. So if you were to go in the voting box, listen, I kind of admire you because you got, I love you're outspoken. I love that you like entrepreneurs. I think your politics are nuts. But you're having a hard time defending Biden's record. Here's what I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to give you time to do your research. I'm going to invite you back on the show, and you tell me the great record of Joe Biden in the last 50 years. All right? Is that a fair deal?
Great record for any senator, Sean.
But you keep saying that. He was vice president for 8 years.
I just got one thing to say to Mark Cuban here. Bless your heart. When it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to Shark Tank, when it comes to making deals, Mark Cuban is, I could honestly say, a genius. Congratulations. Good for you. You've made a lot of money. But when it comes to his politics, he has the IQ of a ham sandwich. It's so politically low that they named the sandwich after him. Okay? Ugh. I know that's a bad joke, but come on. All you have to do, Mark, all you've got to do is list one great thing that Joe Biden has done. That's all you got to do. When he was vice president of the United States, when he was giving advice to Barack Obama, because that's one of the reasons why Obama wanted him on his team. Obama needed someone to help him navigate the waters, particularly through working in the Senate. That's why senators tend to make the best vice presidents. Unless you're Kamala Harris. Ooh. Hey y'all, I wanted to give a quick shout out to our new sponsors, NativePath. Created by Dr. Chad out of Austin, Texas, he realized that there was something deeply wrong in this medical community. Instead of focusing on nutrition, they were just focused on serving big pharma. So he left and created this new company called NativePath. And what do they do over there? They sell something called collagen. Now, what is collagen? Well, it's not magic fairy dust. It's not this muscle milk. It's not calcium rich. Instead, It is an odorless, flavorless, dissolves completely in water powder that you can mix. And unlike iocane powder, this stuff has massive health benefits. It can help your bones, your joints, your ligaments, your skin, your hair follicles, even your fingernails. This stuff is absolutely packed with the nutrients that we lose so constantly in our modern diet. This stuff is a fantastic supplement, can help you live a healthier life. And if you go to this link down here below, you will find up to 45% off of certain products. That is how much Native Path cares about your health. So go check them out, link in the description below. And now, back to regularly scheduled programming. Mark Cuban does not understand basic politics because he gets his information from mainstream media outlets. Now, when you're in the world of finance, you go to financial outlets, and their goal is to make money, and if you lose money by taking their advice, you aren't going to be around giving advice much longer. But when you are in the news media, when you are on the political side and you're reporting the facts, you can spin the facts in a way that will leave the viewer blind to the actualities of certain policies, the actualities of certain people, and not to mention the fallout from those said policies. You can be shielded from this if you meet these requirements. Number one, you're insulated from society. You're a rich white liberal. You've made your money being a specialist. Congratulations. You're now sitting at home. You're in your gated communities, and you get your information from CNN. You don't have the incentive to go out and look for the truth, mainly because you don't really have the time. You take the news media at face value. Two, you're the children of those rich white liberals who are activists because they have been radicalized by websites like Reddit or Tumblr, and they're giving false information because, again, that sort of algorithm is the same in the mainstream media. The whole design is to get you to keep scrolling, keep swiping, keep spending. The whole attempt is to get you to give you content that you are going to agree with. And unfortunately, I fall into this category myself. You're probably watching this video because you either agree with people like me or you've even agreed with me and for some reason you've subscribed. Ultimately, and this is sort of the last requirement, you can't afford to listen to anyone else. You quite literally just don't have the time. So you're either working class, working poor, or you're upper class and you have nothing better to do, or you're the kids of that upper class and you want to go out there and scream bloody murder about an issue that does not affect you and that you don't even have a full grasp on. These are people that don't have time to go out there and search deeper for the truth, and they trust the media to tell them the truth. Mark Cuban is definitely in one of these categories. And so he says what's popular, and if you notice during the video, he wanted to bring up entrepreneurship because he only had one frame of reference. He didn't list a policy. He simply said that Joe Biden had a summit once at the White House that he got to attend. Congratulations. You've met the guy. Good for you. So that's not a policy, and you can't point to one. But if you notice something in particular, and this is why I had this theory, the moment Sean Hannity brought up minority voters who are benefiting from the Trump administration's policies, that's when Mark Cuban decided to laugh and try to refute that. That laughter is an attempt to just, oh, that's ridiculous. No, that's the truth. That's what happened. And you know that there's a remote possibility that you are wrong because you're projecting the attempt to deflect from something that you aren't used to hearing. And because you aren't used to hearing this, you get nervous. Now, Mark Cuban has been in media for a long time now. And so he knows how to react to these things. One of the best ways to do that is to laugh in a way that deflects. Not the nervous laughter of Kamala Harris after her second glass of wine so she can actually address people on stage. No. This is the, oh, look at you, you poor thing. This is an attempt to discredit. And it does not matter that Sean Hannity is trying to pressure him. It does not matter that Sean Hannity is correct. And it does not matter that Sean Hannity is simply saying, look, you don't know what you're talking about. Here are the results. Mark Cuban doesn't want the results. He wants the vibes. He wants to be in polite company, and he wants to say everything that his friends are agreeing with because they have the exact same thought process. They have the exact same media model. They have the exact same mentality. They have the exact same worldview. And if you deviate from that, you are kicked out of your high society. That's why RFK Jr. is no longer in his family's good graces. Because instead of keeping his head low so he doesn't, lose it like other members of the family, he instead wants to go out there and educate people on certain issues. And that's why I respect him. I don't agree with all of RFK's stuff. But he's got a point on quite a few issues that we must fix in this country. And people like Mark Cuban would listen to those policies and laugh because he has no frame of reference and does not care to find or to even ascertain the truth. Sean Hannity is doing his best, but Mark Cuban is just not savable. And that's unfortunately the truth. Folks, my name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed that segment here on Politbro. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one. And until then, y'all have a good one.